And welcome back to the Integrated Media Center here on the campus of Geneva College. I'm Chris Matthews, the Sports Information Director, and today we are joined by the Geneva Men's Student Athlete of the Week, Anthony Baronio, a junior on the men's volleyball team. You're coming off a week you were the AMCC Player of the Week, the NCCA Player of the Week, and then you had 20 kills on Wednesday, which I think is a season high for you. So you're playing at a pretty high level right now. We appreciate you stopping by, taking a break from the career fair. You're dressed up for that and stopping by for just a minute. So remind us how you ended up at Geneva, because I know it was kind of a little bit of a windy road at times.
So I transferred from Penn State Barron, where I was supposed to play volleyball, and realized it wasn't a good fit for me. So then I transferred to La Roche, and then that's when I met Coach Conzer, Dan, and Quinn, who I had known previously but reconnected with, and they kind of joked about me coming here, and then they talked me into a visit, and I visited and I liked it. So.
Because you would have played against some of those guys in high school, is that right? Quinn and Dan? And those
Quinn
guys?
and Dan were a rival of my high school team.
I gotcha. All right. Now, you guys were voted preseason favorites coming into the season, and so far things have gone pretty well. Kind of what were your expectations when you heard you were preseason favorites? Obviously, you guys had a good year last year, so you knew you'd probably be ranked pretty high.
My expectations were high. I still don't think we've hit our full potential, hit our stride yet. We have moments where we play really great, and then moments where we play very poorly. But I think once we find consistency, we'll be the best team in our conference.
And then tomorrow, you guys play Barron, who I think was picked second, is kind of right there with you guys. And then Teal, who won the conference last year. Kind of, what are your thoughts, having seen them or maybe watched them a little bit so far this year, as to what to expect for tomorrow?
Barron will be a very hard opponent. They're always really good, really consistent. They don't really go up or down. They're pretty smooth with how they play. Teal, on the other hand, has been very streaky. They lost two major key players. So they haven't been doing so well, so hopefully we take advantage of that.
I got you. Now, Coach Conzer brought in two setters this year, Adam and Curtis, I should say. I know that frees you up a little bit to swing some, because setter's not necessarily your natural position you grew up doing. How does that kind of affected you, bringing them in?
Having Curtis is definitely super nice. We didn't know who was going to play where when we came in, and Curtis has stepped up and done a great job, which has given me the ability to hit half the time that I'm on the court, which is a huge step from last year.
And I'm assuming hitting is something you enjoy doing. Clearly you do it pretty well, so it's nice to free it up a little bit. So you set half the time, and then he sets kind of the other half. Is that kind of how that works out? 5-2? Is that what
6-2.
6-2. All right. So I'm still learning on this volleyball stuff here. And you also have played, as you mentioned, the sand volleyball courts with the Townsends, McCrackens, a few others. Kind of, that's usually a summer sort of activity, I assume.
Yeah,
What's
in the
that
summer
experience?
we play in a league.
And in fact, I think Coach Conzer plays in that league occasionally as well. What's that?
Playing against Coach is always fun. He's definitely a good player, and his partner is an incredible player, so they're always tough. And Dan and his partner Matt, who goes to Messiah, are always super tough. So it's a lot of good volleyball.
I gotcha. Now, do you have other things you enjoy doing besides volleyball? And I know in season you probably don't get a lot of downtime, but if you get a few free moments, what do you like to spend your time doing?
I play a lot of video games when I can.
Do you got a video game you're playing a lot right now?
It's called Apex.
Apex. All right, I'm not familiar with that. I hear Fortnite sometimes from a number of people as a popular one, but I'm not quite up to date on Apex. And then how's the semester going academically? You're far enough in now, you maybe have tests and papers due, that sort of stuff.
It's really good. I'm more focused on my major, so I at least have some classes that are major focus instead of just the Bible and humanities and the general ed classes. Even though I still have those, I get to mix in my human resources classes, so they're really fun.
How many credit hours you got?
15.
15. So that's a pretty solid load, especially when you're balancing a varsity sport and all those time commitments. All right, Final Four time. 4 quickies. Give me the first thing that comes to mind. Do you have a favorite drink at Alex's?
Ooh, Cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke. All right. Chocolate milk is a popular one I hear a lot, but Cherry Coke, I haven't heard that one yet. Do you have an average bedtime you shoot to get to bed by most nights?
I try to be in bed by 12.
Okay.
Whether I fall asleep at that time or not varies, but...
All right. That's pretty solid. Do you ever eat in the brig?
A lot, because our practice times don't allow us for Alex's on weekdays.
I got you. And then lastly, you guys introduced a new jersey this year, gold one. Do you have a favorite jersey color? Because you got black, white, and gold now.
The gold's definitely our favorite, I think.
The gold is your favorite. All right. Well, again, congrats on a good couple last weeks for you guys with your 14-6, 3-0 in the conference. A couple big games tomorrow, so we'll look forward to that. But we appreciate you stopping by for just a minute.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that will do it for this edition of the Student Athlete of the Week. I'm Chris Matthews, joined today by Anthony Baronio. Until next time, storm on.